Hello, everyone, and as always, welcome back to Strategy Gaming Dojo, where we find, learn, and play one more turn of the great strategy games. And today it's back into Gary Grigsby's War in the East 2. This is our Let's Play against the Soviet AI, and we have just turned the turn. It is May 30th of 1943, turn 102, if you can believe it. I decided just to record this one today. I'm going to try to scooch down the map and keep these rain turns a moving and get back to live streaming when there's a lot more action. We've talked about so many of these units before. I think we've talked about every damn division on the map at one time or another. You know, what its TOE is, the commander, do they have support units? So I'm going to try to scooch through this, get us into, what is that, June? Holy cow, into June, when we may get into the offensive season. Now, we lost some points due to events. Let's go see what those were, because I don't know. I haven't looked. Dateline, May 30th, 1943. 8th Air Force raids early of 1943. Okay, they're hitting our rail yards and heavy industry this time. They've also hit our manpower. They've hit the rail yards before. They've hit the industry before. This is just continuous, and there's nothing we can do about it. It just lessens our rail yard efficiency and some industry that we have. Garrison shortage in Italy, and this is what's causing us problems. Mussolini needs to pick it up. Come on, but well, he gets picked up on a light pole later on, but yeah, things are really moving in Italy now. We lose one victory point and one AP. Soviet partisans, we've always got them. Those partisans stay at a 1 or 2 throughout because we have the AI handling the garrison box, and so it keeps them at 1 or 2. Okay, those are the news events. We lost a point. Damn you, Mussolini. That sounds like the start of a musical or something. Damn you, Mussolini. I will not sing. Don't turn off the channel. Okay, so points 527. They need 575 by turn 107. Now, we're just losing, we're retreating, as I like to call it, 5,883 troops, 40 guns, 25 aeroplanes. We did gain 64,000 men on the map. I think that's largely due to many of the reserves we brought back on the map as we're doing turn by turn now. We've cycled quite a few in and out of the reserves during this rainy season. I would suggest you do the same. Some people say rebuild them on the map. I could see the argument both ways. I like to control it more, which means I like to put it back in the reserves and put those units on refit so I know about how many divisions I'm going to get out each time or how many are going to get refurbished. Soviets gained 63. Hey, look at that. We out kicked them this time by 1,000 men or so, 1,500 almost. We did gain 621 artillery pieces this time. That's pretty damn good because we're not really, for us, relatively speaking, we're not really producing much in the way of artillery, anti-tank, or anti-aircraft guns anymore, unfortunately. The Soviets, of course, they gain over 1,000 every damn turn. AFVs 477 to 427. We brought Panzer Division or 2 back on the map. We gained 6 planes, they gained 71. I still haven't brought our planes out of the reserves, and I'm not going to until the rain stops. I just don't see any upside in it. So we are going to continue doing what we're doing. Now, our understrength units, less than 65% TOE, is down to 48. Not bad. Not bad. I think last turn we were at like 65, and that's because of this whole recycling thing I've been doing. We cycle them out, they come back on. They're no longer under strength. Usually, so far, they've been, coming out at about 85 to 90% TOE, somewhere in that range. The shortfall really are those guns that I mentioned before, whether they be artillery, anti-tank, or anti-aircraft. We're not getting those restocked. So let's put on the strength alerts and go look. Fortified zone is an orange here. Fortified zone is the orange there. We do have a unit here that is truly a division that's under strength, but I'm bringing a division in there. You can see this is a Luftwaffe field division. No biggie that that's orange. So is that. We've got some under 65 percenters down in this area under strength. Now, the unready are the orange, and then it would turn red if they're completely depleted, if you're wondering what all that meant. We've got a few. I think this maybe is a Luftwaffe field division as well, and as is this one. So most everything that is, unready or in the orange, believe is either a field division or a fortified unit, except for that one division. But we'll look as we go down the map. Um, but we do have some under strength ones, especially right in this area here, and then another patch of them there. We did see some over here, kind of, well, let's take the air off. We're just going to fly through the air anyway. I'm going to get off of that. Let's take the air off the map. There we go. Now we can see a little bit better, but now I got to, now what was I doing? Come on, come on. We were looking at something, and now then I clicked it off. We do have a division under here that doesn't look great, but I do believe that we just put a new division in there as well, a refurbished division. This motorized is a little under, as is the Panzer division. Okay, I mean, we're bringing a lot of things in here by train. Let's check out Warsaw. You can see all of the items we brought back on the map, including two Panzer divisions that I'm hoping got built up a little bit. Let's see if we got any supply alerts. Well, just the new stuff on the map. Out here by Odessa, well, this is the hardest place for us to supply right now. There's not a great place to put a depot that gets it all the way over into Odessa, because you can see the rail gets cut. If we don't control this rail right here, there's no rail that comes, just through here or over the river or something. It does that here and then comes around. Well, the Soviets control that territory. You get the idea. We've got a little problem out here. Now, we've got some decent depots, and I mean, Lvov is just back here, but we've got depots right out here. They're just not getting as much right there. Okay, little choke point. Hungarians, they eat too much. We've talked about that before. And then we've got a little bit of a supply problem kind of right in this area. Now, some of these are brand new units that just came on, not this time, but the time before. We railed them up here, or the time before that. So they've only been on the map a couple of turns. Just takes them a little while to build up. A little supply problem up here. Nothing major, though. Nothing major. And I think I'm going to leave our recap with just that this time. We'll go more in depth when you guys are online with me, and we turn the next turn. But let's get going and let's see what we got. Let's turn on defensiveness. So we hit the Z key, and now we can see the defensiveness of each unit. 31, 31, 54, 68. So we got our two weaker ones up here. If we click on this unit, 252nd ID, it's still at 77 TOE. That's not terrible. These guys down here are defending better terrain. They're in the heavy woods, and so their defensiveness is going to look a little bit better. We got an 83 TOE there. Well, you can't do much better than that. Now, I did say we were going to bring a division back up there just to backstop everything, and we're not going to do it with that infantry battalion. That doesn't make a whole lot of sense. We've got a refurbished unit there. Refurbished. Did we get anything back in at Berlin? This is where our new units come on. No, we did not. Okay. Well, drats. Um, okay. We may as well take this one here. Let's go to map info. Oh, I gotta go through the air. Execute air directives. Yes. We're not well, we've got directives in, but we're not running any sorties offensively at least. We do put up some planes in the air when they're trying to bomb us during their turn, but not that many. I mean, really, it's the anti-aircraft that have taken out a bunch of these Soviet planes. All right, day 7 of 7. Excellent. Excellent, he said. That means move on, game. He said excellent again. Come on. Oh, there we go. All right. So our directives, same as they've always been. They're all really in ground support. Not a lot of that going on either during our turn or during the Soviet turn, since the Soviets haven't been attacking either. Oh, by the way, we should, when I say that we're going to skip over some of the stuff, we should at least look at the weather. You can see on the ground here all of the mud patch. It's solid mud in the north. Out here, it's a little hit or miss. It's kind of like every other hex is muddy. Okay, that's fine. That's good. It's raining at the start of the turn. We knew that. We liked that. By the end of the turn, still raining. So it's going to be yet another turn of rain all the way into June. Now, if we were totally on the offensive, I'd be really pissed right now. I'm like, come on, let's go. But let's move one division up here. We'll use it to backstop these others, and we will put that into the 50th Corps under Lindemann. There we go. So he's in the 50th Corps. He can't get off the train. He doesn't have enough strategic points. We'll do that next time. As always, we'll see. You know what? Let's look at some of Lindemann's support units, what their TOE is looking like. 91. That's not bad. That's much better than I suspected it would be. Whoops. Didn't mean to do that. Clicking the wrong button. This howitzer battalion, 33. Not quite as good. Gun battalion, 66. So it's all over the map. No pun intended. The heavy howitzers are looking good. The howitzers, not so much. The gun battalion, 66. Not bad. General Goring's Luftwaffe light flak battalion. He's at 81. This light flak is at 100. Okay, well, that's good. The Stugs sitting at 70. Their elements would include, if we look at the TOE, what they should have 22 assault guns. They do have them. 9 heavy assault guns. They don't have them. All right, so heavy assault guns. It seems like that has dried up. I just thought it'd be interesting to see the support units. I mean, I always kind of say, does he have support units? Well, that's only half the picture, right? I mean, you can have them, but maybe not have anything in them. All right, so that's Lindemann back to 16th Army, or that's where Lindemann reports back to. 16th is under Ferdinand Schene. He's very good. He's got 30 of 30, which includes von Arnhem, who is down here holding on with the Finns. I just saluted into the camera, but you guys couldn't see it. Uh, I always salute the Finns. I'm going to hug one the next time I meet one. Okay, that is 23rd Corps. Nothing more to see there. This is my guy, Eric Brandenberger, the man of the soft chin. He has got his sport units. I don't know. Let's just pick one at random. His Stug is at 54. Just the way I said that was kind of made me laugh. His Stug is at 54. What are you talking about, buddy? All right. 98 on the TOE there. That looks good. How about the heavy cannon? 50. Heavy howitzer? 50. You know, I mean, a lot of these have gotten ground down, obviously. Uh, let's go back to Von Arnhem. Let's go look at the Finns. God, they're glorious. Look at them in all of their glory sitting in Pskov. They're about as dug in as you could be into a place. They've been here forever. They know all of the good coffee shops in Pskov. Get a nice espresso in there. Uh, okay, fine. And then Brandenburger, well, get on Brandenburger. There we go. He's got 8 of 10. We brought in this division, 14,000 strong. This division, the 102nd, probably needs to go. We brought in this division, the 82nd, and the 370th probably needs to go. Its TOE is 48. If we go back up here, this TOE 46. Okay, this has only got 14,000. Let's see what individually they're providing to the defense. He's providing a 38. That's good enough. Okay, so this is only doing a 16. We've got the Panzer Division sitting there with the commands, but I'm going to take this unit. Oh, got to get off train move, don't we? There is a brand new division there, by the way. I guess I was probably going to put that here, but we just got one in there. I was going to put it here. And the reason I'm going to put it here is to get that Panzer Division off the line and let Bulk run with that sucker. Okay, well, you're off the train now, and you are going to come. Look at Theobald Lieb. God, he looks wise. Okay, he's going to come right there. And we're going to then take the Panzer, and I'll fix that in just a second. We're going to take the Panzer division and we're going to back him off the line. He's going to go right there and he's going to go on reserve. So he can help all of this as well. We're getting quite beefy down here, and I'm not talking about your fat cousin. Um, Sorry, I just made myself laugh. I say things just to say things sometimes. Okay. Let's see. So goes back to 16th. Bulk goes to second Panzer. That's Guderian. I guess you will go in to 57th Panzer Corps. All right. 57th Panzer Corps. All right, perfect. Now we've got that guy off the line. We got this off the line. Herman Bulk's just running things up here in the north. This is a good division. I like that. So 43, 48. Got that Panzer division there. 39 with these two together. May bring another division up. Get this guy off the line. I mean, let's get crazy. Okay, that's Bulk. That's all good. This is good. We just brought that in. This is why I brought in this other division. Oh, he can't get off the train and get all the way there. Can he train to here, get off the train and get into that hex? Yeah. Well, boy, that's really something. Okay. Who are they under? That's Valor. General Major Otto Valor, 867 with 7 on the ground and a hell of a crew cut. Okay. You're going to go there under Otto Valor. Do I dare take both? I think I'm just going to take these back at one. Oh, did I put that guy in there? What did I do with that guy? Hold on. I was going to go ahead and move. He's a 13, he's a 26. He's a 16, he's a 38. Do I dare move this guy though? I mean, when they do start attacking, they're going to come after that hex, obviously. Now, I've got 2 Panzer divisions in reserve to help there, but I think, I mean, he's only got 6,900 men. Do I take him off and bring yet one more division up here? Now, let's think about that one. I think I may just keep that there for now. Okay, so I put this refurbished division here, and I think I'll just take these one at a time. Let's take the one that's worse off. We'll put him there. We'll go up, transfer the unit, and put him back into the Axis reserves, and off he goes. Now, Otto Valor says, "You've taken my fun." No, we haven't. We're going to give you 111th ID. That is under 28th Corps. Be careful because 28th and 38th Corps are both up here. I say to myself, considering now, see oh yeah. Now see, we got 23rd, 28th, and 38 is up here somewhere too. It gets confusing. All right, you're under Auto Valor, my friend. Awesome. Okay. I mean, we've really beefed this area up here. 14,000. That's one of those refurbished bits. They're in a level 3 fort. I still think when the attacks come, it's going to come right in here. Well, I say that, and then I see a 28 sticking out like a sore thumb. Now we've got Totenkopf sitting here. Okay. Totenkopf, you're looking pretty okay. 70, well, just okay. 71, they don't have mech engineering squads. They don't have mech infantry squads, really. They've only got their half. Now, motorized infantry squads, they've almost got all. We see a big 0 down here for artillery, heavy artillery. It's just the stuff we're not making. And I mean, they're light on recon tanks, heavy tanks, fairly light on medium tanks. I mean, these guys really could be refurbished as well. I know Mr. Anthony Watson is screaming at a screen right now saying, yes, get it back. Viking is the one you want back, right? As a matter of fact, Viking's all the way down here, I believe, right? Where is the Viking? Well, no, it's not going to be just the regular motorized, Chris, you dummy. Not there. Ah, crap. Well, I'll find it, Anthony, and just for you, I'll send it back to the reserves, whether it makes sense or not. That's the kind of loyalty I show to regular viewers. 14, 8, 16. That's in level 3 fort. That's fine. We've got these SS mech units out here. They're Panzer Grenadier divisions, but they've got quite a bit of motorized element to them. So this division looks fine. That looks pretty good. Although, I mean, they're going to need help eventually when the attacks come. 23rd ID's just sitting here like a peacock. He's surrounded on three sides. That could get a little dicey. I mean, he's on this side of the river. They don't have to cross a river, any of these three, to attack him. Now, I kept this mech unit here for a reason. Was it a good reason? Well, I'll let you decide. But I wanted to keep that level 3 fort behind the crook in the river here, and I did it. And now we're going to put this division in here. Now, hold on, because we may have to give this division to Otto Vayler. He is only at 8 of 10. What does 18th look like right now? He's at 28 of 30. Now, this would just be flipping between 18th Army Corps, but 28th, yeah, that's going to go to Otto Vayler and 28th Corps. See, I told you 38th was down here. It gets super confusing. Well, it's not confusing. It's just easy to slip. Okay, I was going to say something. I'm not. I'm not. I'm going to keep this family friendly. Uh, okay, Panzer Grenadiers. Das Reich is sitting here. Panzer Grenadiers. We just brought this in, and the reason I, you know, changed that command is because I saw this. It's not going to have a command. It's got to go back to 38th Corps, but 38th Corps was going to be overstocked unless I flipped up to Valor. So 38th Corps now goes to 10 of 10, and that should take 18th Army to 30 of 30, just the way you draw it up. Um, I think this Panzer Grenadier division, I could either put it here, but that's in the swamp. I don't like to do that really. I could put it here, which I believe is a clear hex, and I think that's what we're going to do. So let's just put him right there. We'll put him on reserve. And I'll tell you, I mean, at this point, we couldn't defend Riga much better. I mean, we've got four, five, one, two, three, four. See, I can count. Do we only have four? Yeah, we've got four full Panzer Grenadier divisions that are all in good shape on reserve in front of Riga. I mean, there's only so much you can do. I've given you the materials, men. Now you got to win the war. 14-6. Okay, these are all going back here. Let's just make sure this is Walter Hartman. Walter, I should say Walter. Uh, what kind of support units we dealing with back here? No good ones, not really. We've got light flak there. Oh, the heavy Panzer battalion. Let's not forget about those bad boys. We got to attach those to a Panzer division coming up, just because I want the big boys to eat. Um, okay, that's all fine. Luftwaffe field division sitting back here. This is one of those ones that um, was showing his understrength, but okay, who cares? I mean, it's like 1,500 men. That's not going to stop the Red Menace. 106th ID. You are going back to 8th Corps. 8th Corps is at 10 of 10. It's also an 18th Army. That's under Friedrich Müller. 94. Gosh darn it, is he strong? These are two very weak divisions. Did I bring something in here? I did not. I just have that motorized on reserve. Okay, this is throwing up a 22 on its own. That's an 11. Together, that makes 33. See, I did take some college algebra courses. I'm thinking about bringing a new division in there. Now, like I said, we brought a number of them on them. Well, let's do it on this side, right? So it's less strategic move points. This way, they don't have to go through Warsaw, where there's all kinds of uh, distractions, and it's going to cost more strategic move points. Nah, it's really because it's got to go through an urban area and then over a river. So let's take the ones that are north of the river and send them north. And I am going to bring this up here What am I doing? There we go. Gosh darn. I don't think it could get off the train here no matter what, but let's make sure. Let's go back to move. Eighth core, I've got Un Ederlin here. All right, let's move Un Ederlin down the road, and then we're going to call him right back. I'm sure he'd be really excited about that. I need you to move your whole headquarters momentarily while we're bringing a new division. Can you get off the train here? On train? No, you can't. Okay, let's undo that. Let's take Un Ederlin. We'll put him back in town where he's a little more comfortable. All right, put you on the train. Bring you out here. And we'll just let him sit there for a turn. We'll get him off the train next time. We'll take these two, throw them back into the reserves. Now, this guy probably needs to go back to the reserves, but I don't want to get really under 30 anywhere. That's why I'm bringing something in there as a 27. Here we've got 15,000 men. It's a refurbished deal. 88 on the TOE there. We've got, yay, that's not good, especially this close to Vilnius. We need something else there. Now, I did bring yet another motorized unit out here, but we really need to replace that. They're showing a 52 because they're in the swamp in a level 2 fort. They should be able to take that to a level 3. Is this swamp? Yep, swamp, heavy woods. Can't beat that, but you can beat the manpower. We need another manned up division there. Wait a minute. This unit that I brought up, okay, gosh, I got concerned that I brought that battalion up there. 200, okay, well, I'll look for that in just a second. We want to go kind of in this area, probably not there, but maybe into these guys. So let's just bring them and put them on top of the headquarters there, and we'll put a new one on the line there. Try to get these two out. 93.35. That's not going to cut it. Really, I'd maybe prefer to put it there, but I'm not going to yet. We got a refurb here sitting in Vilnius. He's going to throw up a strong defense. He shows it as a direct X because he's in a level 3 fort. He's in an urban area. We've got 6 Panzers sitting back here. That looks good. Refurb there, even though it's only showing a 29, because that's a clear hex. But we've got the Panzer Division behind it, sitting with Luther Rindlik. Here is 20th MD on train, off train, and then let's go into a reserve mode. I'm just going to have these guys all sit here. They're all under Eric von Monstein. Von Munstein, mixed artillery howitzer, mixed flak. That all looks pretty good. See, just the TOE. 73, mixed artillery. 83. Okay. It's not as horrific as I thought these scenes may be out here. Ninth Army under Walter Model sits with a super depot with the FBD. He's at 26 of 30. This is von Molstein. He's going back to 3rd Panzer. That's all 3rd Panzer has are these guys. Why is that only 9? 2, 2, 2. That's weird. Why is that only 9 command points? Shouldn't that be 10? Or am I missing something? Uh, Motorized brigade. Oh, okay. We've got a brigade in here. The Latvian brigade is here, guys. Look out. So that's 20th. There it is. The 2nd SS Latvian motorized. Say that fast, really, 5 times. Okay. This division's refurb. It's only a 16. That's really got to do with the terrain. It's only light woods, and he's only at a level 2 fort. Got to get that to a 3. He's probably pretty close. Let's see what. Yeah, he's 78% of the way to a level 3 fort. So, okay, cool. Clear here. This only, I say only, it's got 10,939. Its TOE is 70. It's not terrible, but there is a real mass of Soviet manpower there. Now, we do have, obviously, all of von Manstein's 56 Panzer Corps right behind them. So I'm not as concerned maybe as I normally would be. Let's make sure they're all on reserve. Reserve. Okay, reserve. Perfect. Now let's see what's really light out here. I think it's these guys. These guys are in bad shape. He's got 8,500, only 6,200 there and 6,200 there. Yucky. Um, okay. Well, let's get you off the train. Okay, you can go to any of these hexes. This is a refurb deal. I guess that I guess I'm going to start here. I mean, it's in the swamp. There's no real place for the Soviets to go out here, so I'm a little less concerned about it. But I'm not unconcerned about it. How about that? 6 Corps under Walt Weiss. You, sir, are now in the 6 Corps. Done. Okay. Now, these other two, let's take the weaker of the two, and we'll back him out first. We'll get him on a railway as quickly as we can. Wow. Okay. He gets up there really fast. And transfer the unit back to the Axis reserves. Now I'm tempted to bring one more division into this area because now we've got this a little more stabilized, refurb. 11th, I mean, this guy I really would rather, whip around here and bring a new division in there, and maybe that's what I'll do. But I want to save some for the south. So let's just remember this is probably point one. Let's call this one, this two of where I'm looking to put a new division. 22 and a level 3 fort, that's okay. I mean, luckily this guy's behind a river. He's in the swamp. Nope, he's actually in the light woods. We would have been better off to have him there, but I wanted him behind the river, so that's fine. We've also got a panzer division that's sitting behind this, and as I said, I mean, what are they going to run to? This kind of mountainous region here. I mean, there's no points here. We can recover even if he were to break through. 6,200 men's running it real light, though, for certain. The TOE on that is a 40. They're tired of being down here in the swamps. They are in the heavy woods as well. Boy, that's got to be miserable. You imagine the size of the mosquitoes out in that place. Um, okay, well, now we've got 7th Hungarian Corps. You're like, finally, 7th Hungarian Corps. Well, we've got 19 or so thousand men there, and we've got 21,000 or so there. But they're not throwing up much of a much of a defense. You dang Hungarians! Now I wanted him in front of this river because it's we've already got a level 2 fort, but that's clear. That's also clear. That swamp. It'd be really hard for him to get through here. I'm tempted to just back into this swamp, but we've already got a level 2 fort. I could also, well, that's a little ambitious. I don't think I'm going to scoot these guys forward, but I could come back here and then, yeah, I mean, could they ostensibly come this way? I mean, I guess they could, but we probably would have that covered. Now, this stack is a little more imposing. Uh, this Hungarian sausage fest. This is 20,000 Hungarians sitting there, and they're only in a level 1 fort. They are in the swamp though, and that's always helpful. Did I see that? No, that's clear as well. I mean, I like being behind that river, but not sure that's the best. I probably should take these guys and scoot them back into the swamp. They're not going to be able to cross this river with this zone of control, and also we have armor there. But I'm not going to do it this turn. I'm going to leave it. These Hungarians, fine. They go back there. This has got or got the two motorized and got these two divisions. Cool. And now we're down into the 68th Corps, which is running back to 4th Army. You see Ernst Highway to Hell. Only commanding I believe, one Luftwaffe field division. Ernst is pissed. He likes to go around the office and tell the joke, "You're going to hell." We're like, Ernst, we get it. 46, 26, 17, 29. Why is this so bad? Clear. It's not a whole lot of men there. 14,000 there, 12,000 there. I may want to split those two up. Now, that's a pretty dang good division to have in the heavy woods. That's the strongest. This one's not bad though. What is this? Clear. Oh, that's Ballystok. This is clear. I'd rather he be behind the river, but we just can't get away with that right now. This is pretty weak. Well, I think it's all going to stay the same. There's Kleeman, 53rd Corps. He's not commanding anything. Heinriche, uh, Gothard Heinriche, probably, actually. Very good general, obviously. Um, Fourth Army has only got 20 command points. That looks good. Now we come down the line. We've replaced a lot of these. That's a brand new division. That's a refurb division. This one needs a little help. Uh, so does this one. So these two guys right here, and they're the most vulnerable, I would say. They face the least amount of Soviet, or the most amount of Soviet troops up here, the good divisions. These guys face the least for now, but I'm not counting on that. And we have Hungarians just south of them. We may want to put a new division in here. Now, do we still have, we've still got, ooh, why did I take that one out? I think that was a mistake. Yay, yay, yay. Ay, ay, ay. 36th. If I back him up one, why can't I transfer him out? Let's undo that. What if I put him there? Can he transfer out now? No. Let's undo that. I I don't think I can put him right back in after I took him out. Ah, crap. Well, now I've only got 3 divisions to play with. Um, all right. Well, this is area number 3. I think we have 2 divisions, or I'm sorry, these two. These 2 divisions need to be replaced. I mean, ultimately, I'd rather have Germans here, but with this Hungarian triple stack, 36, 54, you know, I mean, that can hold for a little while. We've got a motorized on reserve here. This is under Smilo. What's up, Smilo? I mean, if your first name is, well, it's Schmilo, right? It's not Smilo. But if it were Smilo, you've got a smile in your picture at least. 15,000 men there, to only 10,500 there, and 14 here. Really, we probably should switch these two. He's in the heavy woods. Ah, yeah, yeah, yeah. I hate to give up the combat prep points, but I think it makes sense. I'm going to bring him up there. Probably should have done this a couple turns ago, but at least we have at least one more turn where they're going to be sitting around. You can see the difference, right? This down here was like a 28. After moving into the heavy woods, it's 51. This comes down here even after losing all the combat prep points. It's still showing 97. I guess we don't lose them all, right? So, wow, I thought you lost them faster than that, though. Well, hell, I'll start shuffling things around a lot more. Now, he did lose quite a bit more from 100 down to 59. 14,670. 64 combat prep points. His TOE 78. That all looks fine. Then we have 14,000 men there. 14, those are both refurbs. This is going to 54th Corps, 17th Army, 22 of 30. Okay, excellent. And now we just brought this division in. We got it in here finally. 72nd ID really should probably go somewhere, somewhere. Back to the reserves. Uh, So 31 and 52. So this light here is doing 52. He's providing 31 though. I think this is a swamp hex. Yeah, Dubno built in a swamp. There's real estate deals everywhere. 15,560. Okay, these guys are all fine. And they have the Panzer Grenadier Division here only at 64% because we don't have any heavy tanks left. So I understand the arguments sometimes to take these back to the reserves, let them rebuild. We don't have some of this stuff. So let's go right back down the TOE again. Like HT mortars. I don't think we have any of this. Infantry guns, I know we don't have any. Artillery, we don't have any. So the reason it's showing that 64% TOE is because we're missing things that we can't replace, right? So Just keep that in mind when you're saying why aren't you rebuilding that? 27th Corps and 39th Panzer Corps sit here. Oh, this needed to go back to the reserves. Back it goes. Okay, that was the one I couldn't get out last time. Got Panzer, quite a bit of Panzers up here. This is well, that's not one of them. That's First Romanian Cavalry. Now, yeah, we only have 101 AFVs, but I'm not sure how much more we're gonna get going back to the reserves. Medium tanks is what you want to look at in these. 40% though. Well, that's not good enough for 7th Panzer. Now, it shows really nice defensiveness just because the number of men. Now, if we look at uh, Second Panzer Division, whoops, didn't mean to do that. If we look at Second Panzer Division and go down to medium tanks, it's got 110 of them, 74% of the TOE. Well, that's good enough. This Fourth Panzer just got out here. That's why it's not showing as high a defensiveness. Medium tanks, 88%. Okay, so I am going to take 7th Panzer. Is that what I said? Only had 40% medium tank? Yeah. And I will put this back in the reserves because we are producing medium tanks. Let's go back to the Axis reserves with you. Now, I hate to open that up a little bit, but we do have a refurb unit here, and I think that's okay. Um, I was going to maybe move this Panzer division here, but I don't really want to leave this guy isolated. Now, he is behind a river, but we got a pretty decent mass of Soviets there. I'm just going to leave that alone for now. The GD out here, 64 on the TOE. Yeah, I mean, I could move this back and try to refurb it. Is it doing much right now? I mean, we're in pretty good shape here. We've got a turn where we know at least next turn they're not going to be attacking either. I guess I will. I guess I will. I'll put GD back there as well. We'll put that on refurb. Speaking of which, let's go back to the reserves then, and let's hit Z. There we go. 9th Panzer. This is 12th Panzer. This is the one I just put back here. No, it's not. I already had it back here. It was refurbing already. Oh, I won't see him till next turn. Duh. It takes one to get back to the reserves, one to refit it, and then one to go back to the map. But hopefully we'll get those guys back out to the map before the Soviets start attacking. We know it's going to rain probably all next turn as well. Um, so we can do the refit next turn, and then the turn after that, on the off chance they start attacking, we will be moving it back to the map that turn, and then we can get them back out there. It's not, it's not the most efficient. I see why people argue keep them on the map and let them build out there, but I've actually thought this has worked pretty well. Let's turn the refit off there and move that back to the map. So I know Sarge really likes to see the reserves. This is where Sarge gets his kicks. Is back here in the reserve box. Go to the map with all of these guys. Moving. Refit off. Map. Yes, always the most exciting part of every episode. Oh, I didn't turn the refit off him. Well, okay. Okay, sometimes just slip your mouse finger gets a little too trigger happy. Refit off to the map you go. Look at this Italian motorized brigade. They're still revving the engines over here. Refit off and to the map you go. Not the old Yugoslavian car, the Yugo. 27. Hey, look at that. A gun battalion that actually rebuilt. How about that? Let's send that to the map. Just because I'm so impressed, one finally rebuilt. Did any of the AA? It's always this Marine flak, but he does not want to go back to. I there we. This must be something like we have to control Leningrad or something to get this, or something like that. I don't know, because it's been pink forever, meaning you cannot move it back to the map this turn. The Stug battery's sitting on 80. I'm going to put that on the map. We could use a good Stug. Who couldn't? Not seeing anything else there. So while we're back here, let's just go ahead and look for high TOEs like 75th. Turn refit on there. Trying to do 5 or 6 every single turn. 25. I'm letting these at least sit back here for one. He's a 64 that I brought back here. Wow, I'm really showing off when I'm bringing them 64 TOEs back to the reserves. 26. Okay. 25, 26. Okay. 33 I see down here. Let's turn that on. I'm going to do one more. Now I see there's another 31 over there, but oh, shoot. My OCD kicked on. Hold on. Kicked on. Kicked off. Kicked on. Turn the refit off there and turn the refit on here. Okay, that looks good. Estonian motorized is out here. Flanders motorized is ready to go, ready to rumble. 12th Panzer Division. Let's take a look what's missing out of this TOE. Medium tanks, we've got 89%. You know, we're missing flat guns. We're missing armored cars. Oh well. Okay, actually, I'm going to turn that back onto the map. That didn't look bad at all. Let's turn refit off. Let's turn refit off. Did I just do that again? Seriously? There we go. Back to the map. All right. So we've got how many? One, two, three, four, five, six. Okay, perfect. One of these gun battalion. Well, I guess I'm already trying to rebuild that one. He's got a 70. That should go back to the map. It looks like maybe we're producing a few guns now anyway. The siege mortar battery. Why not? That just sounds fun. That sounds like a really big gun. Let's turn refit on this other siege mortar battery. 27, 21. Okay, he's still only at 60. I'm not going to move him back on yet. Panzer Division 9th. 19th is at 44. Let's turn refit on for you. Tell you what, I'm going to try to turn it on for 2 divisions this time. Panzer divisions. Oh, I've got a 38 there. Am I going to be that anal about it? Yes, I am. Refit on. Okay, cool. All right, I'm going to call this an episode. I got a little puppy that needs to go outside. You're probably like TMI, but we are getting near the bottom of the map here. And when we come back next time, which should be tomorrow, Thursday, April 21st, I should be live again. Uh, Maybe. Although, now that I think about it, though, these rain maps, I may just make one tonight, go through this, turn the turn, come back down the map, and see if next turn is not going to be rain. But we'll be into June at that point. But anyway, just check your local listings. We may stream tomorrow either way. But I may make another episode tonight so we can really get into maybe some attacks. Anyway, thank you guys so much for joining me. This has been Strategy Gaming Dojo. I'll talk to you next time. Have a good one.